Say going way back, way back. That's a place that I'm going to use uh, in this instance as well if I can. If I can, people. Okay, that's the original source. Going way back, it's going black. It was dark long before it was light. The pressure, the pressure, the pressure that we are always under, that communicates to us the direction that we're going to go. Things are always piled up on. Pressure comes from that. Pile it on, and you're lifted up from that. So people don't like to use the word black as a cultural bounce. Using instead, what's your nationality? Well, that color black was established long before your nationality was. Long before, a much more powerful question, answer. Okay, what's your nationality? Definitely is a question, but the answer is black. Black is the answer. Look up and see the stars at night, and what are the stars shining through from? The blackness, the darkness. So wherever you land, wherever so-called place you're putting yourself to build a nation, is secondary to the darkness, to the black. Okay, and going way back, original source, we get to see how powerful that statement truly is. Everything was named, so-called whatever you want to name, call yourself, Mu or whatever, was established based on the black land that they landed on, they were living on. The darkness, the thunderclouds that come, that establish the life force energy anywhere you go. The sleep that you have to get at night, the darkness is established. Okay, so going way back to that energy, to that environment, we get the most nurturing place where we are at all times. We're nurtured in the darkness. Yes? Yes, we are. We all are nurtured through that. So, how do we get lost on that? Okay. And man, going way back, you don't have to go to war. You can go to the source in which we come from: air, earth, fire, gas, and water. And the information, you are in formation to be able to use all of that energy to make yourself what it is you're supposed to be doing. And to say to go to war is a deviant sentencing of who you are and what you are. So nurturing has a peculiar thing in it. I see, in this greatest of life findeth at this time, since life and death is present on a very fractured scale. To use that language, you must have some kind of safety net in which to bring a person into. So during the nation building, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad made a deal with the Klansmen not to harm one another. But in our knowledge and historical reference today, we think that is a clash, a fighting resume of the history that is involved in that. And yet there's a very nurturing history, much more powerful than that, involving these two entities. There was a peaceful dominance agreed to, an exchange agreement for the lives for the innocent women and children will not be harmed based on that. The freedom that we're given of who we are, what we are, air, earth, fire, gas, and water, the death of these people. So when people today on one side say you're going to have a white supremacist speech, or someone who's on the white supremacist come to a college or university, that's just game, that's fear that they're trying to use. It's really not useful in any way. And so on the other side, when the nation builders who have been building the nation, the Islamic brothers here in America, don't have to use that separatism or death language, because there's a more nurturing language that they can use, that has been used, that was used by their leader long ago during a much more volatile time than what we have right now. So go way back, reach back into your memory bank and see what it is that is, what's made of that. What person would come up and have two people who were going against one another powerfully, with lives are being lost, respect and all of that, had an agreement in secret? Okay, no problem. It was shocking to me at first to know about it, but I guess in a shocking way, you're always enlightened, brought to life. So the greatest of life find is you can find the peaceful dominance in anything, the peace, the doors, there's always a door opening. So that is a door opening in which today's Muslim American African in that same nation building process can use when you switch on to your real true self, your self of knowing where you're from, where you are in the environmental system. Just as they speak the language of eco, like they say eco, they always talk about eco as an environment, or as green living and all that, or economics as in numbers and society and all that. You see, that term is all the same. What are your worth? What is your value? And what do you put value on? What do you have currently going on in the life that you're living? You see, so we can switch that on into that economics or ecosystem. The lettering, the meaning is all the same. It just has a manifestation that comes about in various ways. So we can use that and make it what it's supposed to be, and not to say always freedom or death, because that's not the price that we need to pay. Freedom is the price that we are paying right now, under the pressure to come up with some idea, as he did way back then, Elijah Muhammad, when he came up with that idea to say, okay, how did he decide to go talk to those people? Who's going to talk to? How did that go on? How did that come up in him to say, well, we need to make a deal with these class people? That's a nurturing aspect of that person, of someone who gives us the term, the white man is the devil, you see? And yet, in the living of the people who needs to live and to survive in the society. A negotiation went on a much higher level. Peaceful dominance went on. Yes. Negotiations for the life force energy. That's the highest honorable thing that anyone can do. Okay? Because at first I held it against them for making that deal. But it also said you don't make deals with the devil. And as we can see, those times, the atmospheric pressure changes things. The economics changes, the ecosystem changes things with the pressure that we're under at all times. And all things are always under pressure. And knowing that gives us the humility, the respect for that. As bedeviled as these people were supposed to be, as he claimed that they were, he had the ability to see them and to negotiate a deal to say, if you don't do something to these number of people. And now, we all as human beings can use that same inventive self, that intervention, by using our powerful, peaceful, dominant self through atmospheric pressure that we see on the planet right now with the hurricanes, with the floods and all that, with lives being lost and taken, not just through weapons and all of that,